All right, another day, another Goldbelly experience. My first two Goldbellys were sandwiches, so I thought I'd switch it up a little bit on this one and do something different. On this one I have dessert or breakfast, depending on which way you look at it. While I unbox this, I'm going to tell you what it is. You already know what it is. You clicked on the link, you saw the thumbnail. This is a jumbo donut, a 1 pound jumbo donut. And this hails from Minnesota, which is where I lived a lot of my life. And this bakery is about 35 minutes from where I grew up, and since I'm in Minneapolis all the time to visit family, friends, and for business, I can promise you that I will make it to this bakery and do a video on it. It looks really cool. It's like a boutique bakery. They make it all in front of you. You can sit down at a seat like you're at a bar, watch them make their stuff, and the really neat thing about it is they make bespoke stuff. They make small batch stuff. It's really like a craft bakery, and they do really fun stuff like this. So this is the 1 pound donut, and believe it or not, it is not their most expensive item. They have a lot of cool custom stuff. I'll go ahead and put the links in the description below, as I always do. It is from a bakery called Angel Food. And as you can see, it's, this one says Frosting Kung Fu. Just really, really neat marketing. It also says You the Bomb right here. And they can send out donuts with custom inscriptions on them. So You the Bomb, happy birthday. They have a whole list. I think it's really neat. Some more Goldbelly stuff. I'll look through this later, but let's get right to it. This is the 1 pound jumbo donut. Let's take a look at this. All right. It has some type of lace ribbon on it. Very festive. I like the way they dress this up and give it some pageantry. There better be some pageantry for a $50 donut. Apparently this 1 pound donut feeds 4 people. And if you think about it, I mean, really what you're doing is buying several donuts. They're not cut up. They're just in one style. So let's get right into this thing. That's what the box looks like. What does the 1 pound donut look like? All right, so we have more pageantry, more gala. We have tissue paper. Oh, look at this thing. I was wondering what type of donut it was going to be. Was it going to be a glazed donut? Was it going to be a cake donut? It looks to be... Oh my God, there's going to be sprinkles everywhere. Look at this. Amazing. Look at this thing. So I'm not sure how the size is coming across on camera. The camera has a tendency to shrink objects. This thing is gargantuan. As you can see, it's about the size of my palm. It's huge. It definitely weighs at least a pound. And if you would eat this whole thing, you would easily garner legend or hero status within my regard. Okay, this thing is awesome. All right, let's get right into this thing. I'm gonna take a pull, just straight like this. So it's a glazed style donut. The pink frosting and the sprinkles are a delectable aspect. So it is a glazed donut. It has a glazed type base to it. And it does have somewhat of a little bit of a glaze to it, but its main topping is frosting and then sprinkles. It says it serves about 4 people, and I think that's accurate. I think it's probably, if I were to estimate, 4 good-sized donuts. So, this is a bit of a showstopper. It's a bit of a stunter. It's a bit of an experience. If you want to order some of the best donuts in the country, you can place an order here. And instead of getting 4, you get 1 jumbo one. Cut it up amongst friends, have your coffee in the morning, and have a story about it. I think it's really cool from the experiential standpoint. So I ordered this on Monday. It shipped on Tuesday. I ordered Monday night. It shipped on Tuesday and it arrived Wednesday. So it's really fresh. It took about 1 day to get here. And really, I thought this would be more expensive. It's less expensive than the previous meals because the shipping costs are minimal, right? The other ones had to come in coolers and they were heavier because they had ice and things like that. No ice in this one. So therefore, the shipping cost, even though it was next day, was relatively affordable. One thing about this donut, as I really get into the middle of it, is that it's really dense. Sometimes if you get a glazed donut, they can be really airy, really feathery, and really effervescent. This one is a really, really dense donut. So you're getting your money's worth. You're definitely getting your carbs. So if you want to carb up in the morning, or you're just looking for a donut with some sustenance, this would be the one for you. You're not going to be disappointed in this meal. You know, the previous sandwiches, I debated, you know, in retrospect, if they were worth it or not. Did they have value? This one I could say emphatically, there is value in this. You are getting your money's worth. It is one of the best donuts in the country, and there's a lot of heft to it. This one was pretty simple. You know, you just unbox it. You go right from unboxing right to feeding right away. You know, no microwave, no prep, no kits. The previous two ones were kits. You know, Langer's was a kit, and then the lobster one was a kit. It took about 20 minutes. This one is really just, you know, this one is really just plug and play. Just get it right out of the box, and then you can cut it. Let me see what it looks like when you cut it. I'll cut it for you guys. I won't eat the whole thing out of my hand. Let me cut it for you, and you can see what it looks like here. All right, so I'll cut off the areas. So here's what it looks like when it's cut neatly. Here would be the half of the donut, and this thing is just a brick. This thing is a log, okay? And then if I were to cut it into quarters, here is what that looks like when it's cut into quarters, okay? And then if you were to cut it into eighths, maybe you're having some tea or some coffee and you want to be classy about it. For me, I'm from the Midwest, right? And we run and gun. That's how we do it. Not a lot of pinky out stuff where I'm from. But if you did want to be a bit more elegant with it and a bit classier, you could cut it like this, and here's what that would look like. Here would be an arrangement of half or four. Okay, so Angel's Bakery, dubbed one of the coolest bakeries in the country. The hippest urban bakery was one of the awards it received, and I can see how it is. You know, with really avant-garde dishes like huge jumbo donuts and donuts with custom inscriptions on it, I think that is a really neat aspect. And, you know, in a world where there's so much competition and there is so much just dilution of product, you have to be different. You have to think differently, and Angel's does that. Not only is the food exceptional, but the experience is exceptional as well. This is definitely one that I would reorder. I'll put all the links in the description below. I'm gonna finish this, and I'll see you in the next one.